products of worth 300,000. Even the next day, clients came, they ordered products. Even the other day, they came, they ordered products. The guy was like, man, I think this system is going to work for us. Out of the blue, in his first month, he moved almost 500 CVs using that system. Then the country manager was like, you have a guy who is using a better system. Every day he's getting clients, bringing them to me. I talk to them, and they are ordering products. I think that system can work. Even the manager started using the same system, recording videos, and probably also started getting clients. My CVs skyrocketed. I was stuck. You know, there are times when you want to get that rank. Then you start counting every point. You know that point? When every point is making sense, isn't it? Like, even if it's only one, you are like, wonderful. Thank God that I've moved 12 points today, isn't it? Now, I started seeing them now moving massively. In a week, you could move like 100. And in a month, you could move like maybe 600. I was like, wow, this is so fantastic. And he kept on doing the same thing. I asked him to train other downlines, the same system, the same strategy. And in just like from the month of July, in August, in just 1 month, because I had moved some CVs out of those who are buying products, a customer comes, maybe a prospect comes, if they are not interested in the business, we could convince them at least to buy a product, and they could buy, they take it, we move some points. It was also a strategy. We were still brainstorming how we can do it better. And just in just 1 month, from July to August, I became a brass. It took us 1 year of brainstorming, 1 year of thinking about a winning strategy. But guess what? The person who brought the same system, it took him 1 year and 2 months to become a brass. To become a what? Brass. But it has taken him 6 months. How many? 6. To become a platinum. Wow. Using a strategy. Can you say strategy? Strategy. Can you say strategy? Strategy. With that strategy, even me, I benefited from it. I humbled myself down, however much he was my downline. I met him. I used to take him for breakfast. We could record the videos together. I could sit with him as he's posting. I post with him. After using my iPhone, I send him his video. I also get mine. We start captioning them together. Even I started moving CVs. I remember my first time to move those 500 CVs. We were at Narek Resource Center. When the CEO came to train, he started with the recognition. How many of you sponsored 3 people last month? I was not among. And then he reached the point of how many of you moved 500 CVs? And the exit was at the entrance. I came also up front. Maybe the gentleman thought I was just going out maybe for short call. Then I came on stage. He was like, come on, you want to tell me that Zaki also moved 500 CVs? I was like, yes. Now everyone in the room was surprised. They thought maybe I was joking. I was just teasing him. He asked the people who are the system administrators that, Alan, come on, did Zaki move 500 CVs? The guy was like, yes. The CEO became surprised. Was like, if Zaki can do it, then everyone else can do it. And the other month, I surprised him when I moved 1,000. And my target was at least, even if I'm busy, at least I could move that 1,000 every week. Every what? I was calculating with my team how much someone makes in profits according to the prices we are selling products. Every 1,000 CVs, that person, you see they have moved 1,000. If they are selling on the same price we are selling, they are making 3 million Ugandan shillings in profits on every 1,000. And one of my downlines last week, Nambia Rachel, last month, she moved 7,000 CVs. If you calculate time, Rachel is directly sponsored by Cyprian. It took him time when he was training her. And if you multiply 3 million times 7, that is how much in profits Rachel made. How much? 21 millions profits. Yes. Send us a dollar. It is happening. And this is the only network marketing company where this system is working. Because I've spent good time, the truth is I've spent good time in network marketing, but I've never seen it happen. There is a lady who joined us last month. She's called Ketra. If you read some of the script they read on, they'll say or wrote on Tuesday, was writing about Ketra. Did you read that script? And Ketra, last month alone, it was her first month in network marketing. With no experience, no idea. Even the day she came, she never had money for registration. She decided to get started. And guess what? When we were doing a recognition with my team, we had a recognition in this small room. And I was going through all their accounts, how much CVs everyone has moved. And Ketra had moved 1,000. How much in total? 1,000 what? How much was it, Ketra? 1,100 net. 1,100 CVs in her first month in OQATA. That is how much in profits. 3 million and something. Is it good money or very good money? It means it is possible. It is what? Possible. Someone doesn't have experience, doesn't know a lot about network marketing. Did you do BCM? Because I think she's in her vacation. What is your combination? What was your combination? Hello? What did you say? Math, and art. Babi Somavata? Mayor. I didn't hear about that combination in my high school. But maybe it's a new curriculum. But it was there. But now you get someone didn't have any knowledge about A-level biology. She didn't have a lot of knowledge about chemistry. But at least with the economics that you must become a business person. Become a what? Business person. With that strategy that the upline invented, Ketra was sponsored by Rachel. And we are going to talk about duplication along the way. That the more you duplicate yourself, you train yourself. Me, what I did was to learn the same strategy from Cyprian, and I trained the same strategy to all my other downlines. And guess what? Doing that thing, the month of January, I made 9.6 million Ghana shillings in step alone. And this other month, on the 9 millions, I missed only by 1,000 Ugandan shillings. And I was very disappointed. Can you imagine? How much? 1,000. But it was because of duplication. You get more other, every month I make sure, last month I sponsored a lady who also moved 1,400. And she's doing the business on part-time. But I normally meet her at her office, I train her. Though she's not using TikTok, she's using other strategy. That's why I told you, wherever you are, at any level, think about a winning strategy. A winning what? Strategy. We shall continue the training. Understanding that sales and marketing in MLM generate immediate what? Income. That's the same money Ketra made. She was able to pay for her own package very fast. In the first week, she was learning. Second week, she made money. She even bought the package into the system. And she has already told me this month, what's the target of becoming a brass? What's your target of becoming a brass? Yesterday you shared with me, I've forgotten. This very month, boy, you're going to go and record. Tell me record. In just 1 month and 3 weeks, normally chikola week ja. You go into the CEO's records. In just 1 month of joining, You move all those CVs, you become a brass, you already upgraded to premium, and you're already there. I also have a lady I sponsored last month, and she had paid for a starter because she was moving those CVs so fast. She even upgraded to a premium. She had not even moving 1,400 CVs. And yesterday I was checking on my account. Yes, what was the date yesterday? 3rd, yeah? We were just on the 3rd day of the month. She has already moved 600 CVs, that lady. And she was like, I moved 1,400, so which benefit do I get? I told her you have to first move 5,000. You become a brass, then they start giving you commissions of stair-step on those CVs you are moving. So I told her, but anyway, maybe tomorrow there will be a recognition. The CEO will be rewarding those who have moved 1,000 CVs. She's like, you will be busy. Maybe you will pick it for me. Imagine people are even telling the upline, they're what? They are busy to pick for them the products, the gifts. But what is going to make your business run so fast? Because people, they are making immediate income. Immediate what? Not just waiting for 1 month, 2 months. Yes, all of us will struggle, but not everyone has to struggle. Right or right? You have to find a winning strategy for people to win in your team if you want them to stay with you. The truth is, if people are not making money, retaining them in the business, it is very hard. Right or right? Because we are using money every day. People, they are using transport, airtime, they are feeding, they are buying data. If there is no one making money, if they are not making money, it is easier for them to quit on you. They lose interest in the business. And marketing builds long-term what? Brand visibility. And also MLM success depends on what? Depends on what? Duplication. Personally, I moved 4,000 CVs last month on personal level. But the entire team, we moved 20,000 and it was 22,000. If I was alone, I could not move the 22,000 alone. And if I did not duplicate it, now today Cyprian is a brass, is a platinum. There is a breakaway volume, isn't it? If she's a platinum, I only get 5% from her team's production. If I was not duplicating my other legs to do the same, my other people to also move products, I wouldn't be making other 9 millions other month. But why did I make that money? It was because of duplication. Because of what? You must have a team. You train them, do the same thing. You mentor them. You work with them. Don't leave them to move the journey alone, but you move with them. If you want to increase volumes, because the CEO and the entire board of directors, Mr. Elias Mohozi, Mr. Magezi, and Juvenile, for them, they are saying, they are willing to pay you $1 million Ugandan shillings per week. Per what? They are also willing to give you the same money, $1 million Ugandan shillings per day. What's the maximum earning in OQATA? What's the maximum? Assuming someone is at Diamond. What's the maximum they make per week if you're Diamond? How much? 93 millions per week. You multiply 93 millions times 4, how much do we get? A month, you get how much? 340 million. You divide them by 30 days. How much is it per day? How much? I want us to get the money they are willing to pay up to in a day. 30 millions per day. They are willing to also pay you how much? So get a new how much? How much? 30 million Ugandan shillings per day. How many of you want to make such kind of money? Abamu atawanise mebyenzo atozetaga because mulimo abamunga wemanyi yamala bazikuwa bakusanga ku mapeera ngo budde dalu teneze kuyitirideko obungi osegeera But what do they need from you? What they need from you is to build a team. Build a what? Build a what? A team. And you are going to earn commissions from all your team's production, the volumes they are producing. If I was not doing personal volume, probably on the 22,000 volumes, I would stop at around 17,000 in volume. And it could drop my income from 9 millions up to, if you subtract like, maybe I may stop up to like 4 millions last month, my stair-step income. But also moving the 4,000 personal, I also made profits. Because those profits you are making on every 1,000, I told you make a profit of how much? How much? 3 millions. Can you multiply 3 millions times 4? That is how much in total? 12 millions. In binary, I made 2.5 millions. Plus the 9, that is how much? 11.5. Plus the 12 millions, that is how much in total? 23,500,000. I was making calculations of them when we were doing recognition for January and February. We were calculating all the ways of income: profits, sponsorship, binary, stair-step, and Nambia Rachel. The total she had made in January and February, she had made 38 million Ghana shillings in just 2 months. How many?
2 months.
2 months. If the upline is driving, that's a surety that even the downline is going to what? To drive. When I was talking to her, I asked her, now, you are the next on the list. Which car do you want? She was like, me, I want a brand new, just like my upline, and I'm paying it cash down. Paying it what?
Cash down.
Cash down. She told me, first wait. Just give me just like 2 months. We get that car. Such conversations that you are going to make, you're going to have with your downlines. When you do duplication, you train. Yes, the truth is, those guys who you saw they are driving their first cars in network marketing, brand new cars, they didn't just wake up one day when they are like that. I don't want you to think that maybe they are lucky. I don't want you to think that maybe for you are unlucky. It was because they persisted. They did what? Persisted. When I called Henry the day he bought the car, because we had to go pick it together and we had a recognition, so I was buying gifts, which I was supposed to gift everyone, and I was buying gift bags. So I told him, maybe for you go, you pick the car. Since we have a recognition tomorrow, I'm going to be busy doing shopping for the gifts we shall be giving out. So I called him to confirm whether they have given him the car, because they are processing the number plates. He cleared on Monday, and they promised him by Friday the number plates will be out. When I called him, he was like, man, emoloka nze njina mu ngalo zange ndi wano bali mukongerako decoration balako seat covers. I was like, congratulations. Aina kye yangamba thank you nema ni mutujje wala sisiriza nti nange nkola ki mvuga. I saw him, I sponsored him personally. How he came, the months when he felt like giving up, he had even quit. When I was in DRC, he had quit ngazayo kuvuga koze motoka. Nemugamba, how long do you want to be washing other people's cars? Nemugamba, even us, there were times where we were stuck. There are times when we were feeling down. There were times when our parents were negative. There were times when we felt like giving up. But at the points when you feel like giving up, it's the point when you are close to your success. You don't need to give up. You keep pushing. There are times when they used to come to me, both of them, when they don't have money for lunch, and I was giving them some upkeep. I tell them, man, keep pushing. Yes, today, it's hard. But the day after tomorrow, it's going to be easy. You don't need to give up. You just keep pushing. And one day, one what? Your name is going to sound with a lot of success. And on Sunday, The CEO gave me a phone call. I was at Mulago Hospital. There's a family member of mine got an accident which happened to break her leg. And I was at Mulago visiting her when they were doing the operations, whatever. So when the CEO called, I was at Mulago Hospital. And he was asking me, Zaki, what was Henry doing before joining the business? Tell me about his family. Tell me about this and this. I knew he was going to write a script about him. But even him, he felt touched by the story. And he was like, thank God I got the idea of forming this company. Wow. And today I want to assure you, he made a statement. He said, his goal was to see that those who cannot sponsor, they can still also make money. Those who cannot make sales, they can also still make what? Money. But those who can do both of them, like you can sponsor, you can also do what? You can also do what? Sales. You make a lot of money. And thank God that the vision is coming into reality. I want to assure you, these months of this year, 2026, you are going to see a lot of car achievers, a lot of landlords, a lot of millionaires, and amongst them, there is that person sitting in your chair, and that may be you. I want to assure you, even you are going to reach there, as long as you don't give up, as long as you don't quit, as long as you keep on brainstorming. It's network marketing, not net-seed. Relationships are the foundation of what? Of growth. Make sure you make people your friends, those that you're working with. Make your clients your friends. Make your downlines your friends. Because friends don't have a problem with joining friends. Friends don't have a problem with buying from friends. Even if you meet a client, you make sure to connect with them so they can become your friends. And once you do that, it's going to be easier for you to make sales. Personal branding builds what? Trust. If you look at people who are making big sales, these are people who have branded themselves on internet, on TikTok. If you look at, I want you to work hard so that if someone is to think about supplements, they are going to think about you. Just like if someone is going to think about maybe, let me give an example of beddings. Who do they think about first? Mirembe, just like how you have mentioned the name. If people are going to think about maybe properties like land, who do they think about first? Bakaima. Infotrust. Yes. Why did you mention that name? Because these people, they have branded themselves on social media. Don't go just to make sales, but you also build a brand where people are going to follow you. They are like, I want to know about. There are many times I've invited guests when they already know Farida from TikTok. But they know her as Trimtone Ambassador. She branded herself. There are many people who come here. But by the time you invite them for products, they just look at some people. Has it ever happened to you? Naja wana client na video TikTok, natandiko tunanagamba. It points at the manager, naga no yo msajja na yemu mani ujo mulaba asomesa. Have you seen that happen to you? Isn't it? He looks at maybe other people like there is a girl from she's called Fiona. She called on her account there is Nutra. It's what? Nutra Edge. There are several times I've got clients. They're like, I normally see this lady also explaining these products. I didn't know that she's also working here. Again, why? These are people who have built personal what? Branding. They have branded themselves. So even you, sit down. What do you want internet to know about you? Are you together? Coach. If you build a personal brand, it's going to build trust. Ngoli rurakulaba oyina byosomesa bya makulu bizamu esubi bizamu amanyi ate ngalaba waliwo olugendo ngalaba you are consistent. There are some clients who are not going to buy from you from the first day they see your videos. But as long as you are consistent, you are building a brand, they are going to gain trust. Agamena, let me try out these products from this person. Why? You have branded yourself. Strategy brings what? Consistency and what? Results. Once you think about the strategy, you also consistent. When you think about the strategy, no better consistent about it. Yes, it may not bring results there and then, but as long as you are consistent, I want to assure you, you are going to get the results that you want. It's not that the truth is, not that Nambia Rachel moved the products at her first month. She didn't move them. She was recording videos, but they were not working out. But she did not give up. She kept on consulting everyone who was good at moving them. She kept on recording and also improving. The moment you keep on becoming consistent, ogenda kulanga bitandika n'okwanguyira. Lwaki okiremedeko era kigenda leta results. The next is define your target what? Market. You must know the market that you want to deal with. Maybe there are very many people who need these products, but you may not be good at all of them, but you need to have a target market. For example, me, if you realize my videos, zisinga kwetololera ku pressure, ulcers na joints. But if a client comes here, that's when I'll go into details of other products. But when I'm on social media, I have a target market, not everywhere. Are you together? I don't talk to everyone, but have a target market. Because for me, when I'm recording, I look at who can afford my products. Even if it is following people, you don't need to follow everyone. You need to also have a strategy for that. Normally, I'm going to follow working class. I'm going to follow maybe older people who can have this same disease that I'm talking about. Even people who can afford them, that's how you're going to have immediate results. Identify your ideal customer profile, understand customer problems and what? Needs. You need to train yourself on what problems these customers are finding. Those are the signs or the symptoms, so that by the time you are training, your products can come as a solution to their problem and focus on a specific niche or market. Platinum office. Another thing is analyze buying behavior patterns. You need to also know what can lead a customer to buy from you and what may also lead to a customer not to buy from you. You must know how to also handle that, whatever. Study also competitors in your what? Area. That you are not doing the business alone. We are living in the world of competition. World of what? World of what? Competition. Because what are your marketing strategies? Once the customers call you, you must know how you answer. Once they come, you must know how to handle them. Once they ask for the price on internet, you must know how to handle them. You must know the postures when you are recording those videos. Not recording from everywhere because you are in competition. Yes, we are working together as a team, but sometimes results are also personal. Results are what? Personal. When you buy a car, do you drive it as a team? When you build a house, do you stay in as a team? When you are going to withdraw money from your bank account, do you go as a team? Of course no, isn't it? Kachidegeza, oyinana okwekolako, studying eba competitable. You look at, sometimes when I'm going to record, I go through several videos of different people. I study, what do they record about? Then after there, I go to also another platform on the internet. I also learn I learn more about that condition. I see what captions do they use, which may be like overlays are they using on internet. Once I study that and I master that, I come up with a better idea which is going to outcompete my competitors. Are we learning something? Yes. Are we learning something? Yes. So you must also study your competitors in your area. Not only, when I'm studying the videos, I don't only study from people who are working here. You may find me on a video. Akaba no basenga aba recording ebya habo. Simanya kwata chine chikola, kola bino na bino, nyago no muddo nga byeni mukuuliriza. Nga when I'm going to talk to my clients, aja kujanga yabigulako, nga tobitegeera agambe ngabo ya kabaka, ogamba tadonywa yaki. Ositegeera. nga gwe nga bw'otegeeramu kiki kirala. Are you together? Oluusi naye nga singa obadde olina view oba maybe nga you have some idea about those things, you can relate with them. N'omugamba kino kyobadde okozesa kibali kikyamu kyekikuleetedde buno obuzibu. You give them a solution. You may find me also studying from other doctors, from maybe Mengo Hospital, from maybe Mulago Hospital, because they also normally record, especially those who have even their other private sectors. They have private hospitals outside there. They record. Once I see their videos, when you are sharing with your clients, at least they are seeing that you're adding on them value. You're not just talking to them that you want to make sales, but you're also talking to them because you want to educate them about their condition, and then you provide a solution. You provide a what? A solution. Position your products as a solution. So your products must come in as a solution, not just as a sales whatever. That's why if you look at all my videos, I may start with the problems, then I position the products as a solution. Let me give an example. If I'm going to talk about, let me say, ulcers. Someone has a bacteria, which is H. pylori, or you may call it Helicobacter pylori. They have signs and symptoms. What are the signs of someone with ulcers? Yes? By show of hands, you have an answer? Yes? Bloating. Can you explain it? They feel they have a lot of gas in the stomach. They feel that there is a lot of gas in the stomach. And what else? Other symptom? I normally hear people recording about ulcers. What do you say? Ani? Bloating, chimaze. Constipation. What else? Yes? Burning what? You have burning in the stomach. What else? Any other? Acid reflux, HKTO. Or you may also say heartburn. What else? Stomach pain. You may also add on nausea. You may also add on fatigue. Maybe Kati. Once I come, I first start with maybe the conditions I say. Whoever who is there, or sometimes you feel burning sensation in the stomach. You also feel some nausea. You feel like vomiting. Sometimes you may also get constipation. You may feel pain in the stomach. You also get acid reflux, maybe heartburn. If you have such conditions, they are caused by bacteria called H. pylori, or even your liver is no longer providing enough bile juice to reduce the gas in the stomach. That's why you are getting bloating. If you have such conditions, I want to assure you, if you want to treat them permanently, you can use this product called Colon Detox. It's a probiotic to help you remove the bacteria of H. pylori. It's alkaline in nature to help you balance the pH of the body, to remove the acid reflux, and also to help you to prevent the bloating. And once you are using it, it's going to help you to get relief from ulcers. The product has come in as a solution. As a what? A solution. Not just come in like a marketeer. You know marketeer, like these guys who are selling plastics and benzines. Ayinza okujja n'agamene baafu n'agibukirabukirako n'agimenyamu n'agiteeka wansi ku ttaka. And if you look at those guys so keen, agikuba wansi naye nga tewaliiwo jinja ligenda gifumita. Si bwe kiri, akuba wali musenyusenyu. I happened one day to go to buy a blender at an Indian shop. Now I entered the shop on Kampala Road. Nengamba omuyindi, I want to buy a blender. So natandika okungamba, eno ya sente wezi, eno ya sente wezi, this one is at this price. I was like, man, they're expensive. I want a good one, but also give me at a good price. Now the guy asked me a question. Do you want quality or you want cheap? What would you answer? Yeah? But I told him, that's a lot of money. I want at a low price. Now the guy told me, now look at me, my brother. If you want quality things, they are not cheap. If you want poor quality things, they are cheap. I was like, I want quality, but the money I have is not enough. Get me something good. He was like, take this one. It was like, you take this one. The guy was like, jikwato jikasuke boyatuka tusasula. Nemugamba agwe jikasuke. So, Nangamba, no, you do it. Najikwasa, you do it. Nangamba, you throw it up. Once it gets down and it gets broken, don't buy it. Wetayatika kolachi? Sasula. Magezi negane siba muduka. Nemugamba, you do it. Chiyakola najikwata, najisindika what? Negera neyekone edi kukisenge. Nemugamba, no. I want you to throw it up like this. Kanobonzi ojisindisa kwesindika. Nadamu najikwasa nangamba, you do it. The truth is, I failed to do it. But I bought from that guy because he was confident. But I wanted to give you an example of a marketeer. He could not explain and give me differences why I should buy that one. Are you together? One angena comparing ngasitwala ya kwasa, twala ya kuba juice. Isn't it? Sema twala ya kwasa na ndilonyeza yatika mango. Are you together? That you should also position your product as a solution. Wali OQATA product nagama no malo jimira toda mukulaba ulcers ajetaze nkubirako. Then they just come upline. My videos are not moving. People are not calling. They are not whatever. No, you haven't positioned yourself as a solution provider. As a what? Solution provider. Develop a clear value proposition. Highlight product benefits, not just what? Features. That's what I was talking about, the benefits of the product. What does it involve and how does it solve the problem? Share personal testimonies and what? Results. I normally see the country manager. Sometimes there are those clients who come back for another dose. He asks them to record some videos with them. And it's like, this friend of mine used the products, he had joint pains, and today they have come back to give us their testimony, and then they give the testimony. There are a lot of sales the country manager has made just because of such testimonies. And I want also to pick up whereby, in case they come through WhatsApp, they send a testimony. There are many people who are selling products simply using those testimonies of people who have used the products and they give back in texts. They just screenshot, they use them to caption, and they also grid or caption them on their products, and they make a lot of sales. Other point is demonstrate product effectiveness, communicate business opportunity clearly, and also show financial lifestyle what? Benefits. Here on communicate business opportunity clearly, I've met several clients who come to get products, and once they reach here, they ask some questions. Like that lady I sponsored came like a customer. She bought the products, they worked for her. So she asked me a question. If I want to buy these products and I sell, what do I need to do? At first, I thought maybe if I bring her into the business, she will no longer buy from me at a good price. But I've realized her coming to buy them as a member, I'm benefiting even more than her just buying one product and two or three. I explained to her everything in details. She told me I'm going to start buying them and I sell them. I told her you need to get a package. I explained to her everything. And guess what? Last month alone, that lady, her production made me 2.5 million Ghana shillings in profits. Only her production. But she came as a customer who wanted to buy products. And I explained the business opportunity clearly. That's how you should always do it. Differentiate from your competitors. Find something special that is going to make you maybe look different from your competitors. If everyone, maybe they are just posting the products just like that, maybe for you go an extra mile, hold the product in your hand. Talk about it. If everyone is just recording from everywhere they find, you get a corporate place which is looking nice and record from there. Your videos will move faster. Build an effective prospecting system. Use social media platform consistently. If you are going to record, please record daily. record maybe after maybe like 5 hours, post a video. Give it 6 hours, post a video. As long as you are consistent, you are going to see results come very fast. Leverage referrals and warm market. You can also ask for referrals. In case someone is not interested, you can tell them. In case you have someone who is having several, maybe such conditions, you can give them my number. Maybe I'll get for you something. And also their warm markets can also be very good. I have many downlines who have come with their warm markets who are having complications. They buy the products, they even get themselves in the system. Attend network marketing events, create engaging content daily so that you can engage these people into the system. And follow up systematically. You need massive follow up because the fortune is in follow up. Fortune is in what? There are some clients who are not going to buy there and then. But the moment you keep on following them up, even posting consistently is also a tool for follow-up. As long as you are calling, maybe for example, you need to be organized. Everyone who wants their business to be organized, you need to get yourself a diary where you can track every information or records. Have a diary with you. I normally see this with Mr. James Sebugala and also such as Steven. Even me, I have a diary. But I wanted to give those examples. When they talk to someone, they're like, I'll be coming there on Friday. They open their diary. Like, for example, Friday, they find out that maybe Friday will be 6th. They write that client there, their name, the price they told them, the amount they talked about, plus the contact. Maybe on Friday, very early in the morning, he goes up, maybe in his diary, he confirms those appointments. Hello, how are you? We talked about this pain. Are you having any treatment yet? Or of course, not yet. And of course, you told me you'll make your order today. I wanted to confirm it before they do the deliveries. Or I wanted to confirm whether you are coming so that I can put you in my programs. There are some clients who don't come back to you simply because you did not follow up. There are those that you lose simply because you didn't follow up. That's why even the mobile phones you are using, Airtel and MTN, there are several times they are sending you messages. It's not a mobile money message that you have received, but they're updating you about their new service. True or true? They are doing it several times. What they are doing is follow up. That in case if you are to talk about any product, in case you are to talk about any maybe telecom network, you are going to think about them simply because they make sure they are always on your minds. Obodi yao, Airtel sends you a message, Simanyanga, you can borrow money at this amount, you pay later to help you solve a problem. You are there, M10 sends you a message that you can get data at this percentage, at this price. Before you know it, when you're looking for Mr. Hassan Ngatomulawa to buy Wi-Fi, then you remember M10 sent you a message that you can get us at a low price. Because they did that follow-up, that's why you are buying their data. If they are not doing follow-up, then you wouldn't be buying from them. All billion-dollar companies, they have mastered that art of follow-up. Art of what? Follow-up. Follow-up and closing techniques. Respond to inquiries quickly. If you want to be good at follow-up, in case someone texts you, you respond to them so fast. In case they pick up they call on your phone, you pick up so fast. That's why even if I'm coming on stage, at least I find someone, I request them to help me receive those phone calls because it's also a marketing strategy. If people call, you are not answering, they send messages, you take long to respond, you cannot have a lot of sales. You are going to be put out of market. Because I told you, we are living in the world of competition. World of what? Someone watches your video, they are calling, you're not picking, they send a message, you're not responding. Come on. As they're scrolling on TikTok, they also watch another person. Same product, but for you are not answering the calls. Then they call another person, they make their order. Are you together? So if you want to make a lot of money, respond quickly. Ask strategic questions to understand the needs. I was training in the morning my team about examining a client. Once they come to you, don't just rush into the product's part. That's manya target the kusimu wangami ina pressure, eddagala lirino. No, they may end up only buying one or even not buying at all. Ajja gambe nze mbadde mpitiddewo okulaba emukolera amala atambule agende. But if you are going to examine them, what do I mean by examining? I may start with asking questions. What's your name? How old are you? How long have you been with the condition? Have you ever used any medications before? How do you feel? Which symptoms are you getting? I'm collecting information from this client. The moment I start talking about the products, at least they are going to act as a solution, and I'm going to talk about exactly how they feel. Maybe they told you ulcers. Can for you come with the conditions of someone with ulcers? Come they have fatty liver disease. They have a problem with their liver. Because sometimes a person with the liver disease, some symptoms may be somehow similar to someone with ulcers. And then you talk about all the symptoms. Ulcers. Agamba okulega kamu kokaka bloating. Now you start also panicking. And katola bazinzo batezinajja naye maasawo zinatera okujja oyotagenda galali neno. And by the way, these patients, these also people who come here, they are informed about their disease. They know what they have. But there is someone, the guy came here and they have joint pain. And they talked to someone who wanted to sell big. And maybe that person had their colon detox. I don't know where they had got it. Oli namugamba nti kasene zenza tezimala. Anyinza kutandika na dagala chi. Namwa colon detox. And the guy was having joint pain. And the guy called me back. Was like, where are you located? I directed him nangamba. Ogamba wano kubudu house. Namugamba yes. Nangamba hao naze ote muli serious. Naze omwala nga asomesa bulungi ku TikTok. Naye namubuze dagala so ojira nga nkozesako nampa colon detox. Namugamba okay, maybe sorry, maybe tiyategedde bulungi but condition you are doing. Naye anyway naye wadde nzobango ina conditions wamunyonyereza zikwatagana neyo dagala gya kwadde. Naye maybe you will need this and this and this and this and this. Was like, so how much they cost? I told him the price. It was like nebe ijo ngamba atoli yangambye nyingi nyonyo yaisusizamu. That's why I told you study your competitors. Study your what? Competitors. Me, every product someone posts on TikTok, and they even put there the price, I'll never increase that one in price. I may increase the price of products people are not posting a lot on TikTok. Now this one, where everyone is posting super omega-3, and they are putting 120,000. Even at the head office, it is printed 120,000. I have no guts of writing on it 150, because we are going to jang a lot of videos in Akumi. Are you together? And they are like, they are interested in it, because of how we explain, but they order from someone else because you overpriced. Are you together? I've told you it's not about overpriced, but you have to study the competitors. What are they posting? Are you together? Are we learning something? Then if you understand what they are going through, it will be easier for you to handle that objections professionally. You have to handle them professionally. Like, for example, there's someone who came, and they came a bit earlier. So they happened to move around, and they went through the prices. Now go neka price list, aka order form. Again no kulengera, order form, colon detox ya mukaga nya. Alego amugambye emitwalo emeka? 10. Then he came. So mbulire mukati ebeyi sigitegeera. Wangambye birala ate na beyi ki? Ndala. Nenzjayo nange customize the form. Nenjiteekawo. Nemugamba nti katolaba oli waba aje ekimidde. Tumuguza 8 ataje ekimidde tumuguza 10 because mulimu cost za transport biki. Naye no beyi gyolaba wano. 6. Companies esuubulirako eri America. Kati wano bakuguza meka 8 batoje ekimidde osasulamu ka extra cost. Nabitegeera aye najigula baida. Nakati ngene ekimidde ngena sasula 8 yes. Why na ino kozesa obwongo? Ayese bichimba gena ma kisomesa wano. You have to use some common sense. Use what? Not that everything they are going to train you, but also you must be creative. Training. How do I handle that? But again, you have to also be sharp and creative, and also Another one called me last week. He called me earlier. I told him to use omega-3 and resveratrol. Kalina nkubira nga resveratrol out of stock. Kati, some people they would say it's out of stock. Me, I would sell, even if you tell me to sell that polythene bag and a product as well, I can sell it to you. And you buy. Namugamba, resveratrol weddewo naye waliwo maama waayo mwe baagijja. Bamuyita Total Vitality Blends. Lwaki bagiyita Total? Ekola ziri zonna bye zikola. Gy'ogenda okozesa. Resveratrol naye namugamba ya $10,000. Nambuuza kati eno ye yammeka maama waayo. Namugamba nawe okirabirawo etekobanga ya bbeeyi. Kaze namwesooka. Namugamba yaki? So that we mugamba price yeta kyogerako koze nasoso kikola ki? Okyogera. Namugamba ya bbeeyi. Nambuuza ya mmeka? Ya sala nyingi ya 15. Nanga temunsalireko. Namugamba nagambiddewo ya bbeeyi. Nangamba kale bagireeta. N'agigula. Kati ku Monday namukubira nga nelino bagireese naye nno oyinza ogyetaaga. Kubanga bye baagijjamu eri balina bye baayongeramuko. Use storytelling to build what? Belief. You can share. Yesterday I was watching a video of Rachel Nambuya. She was talking about pressure. And she was sharing about how even her mom, she managed to treat her mom blood pressure using the same products. But through her story, that's how maybe she's also making massive sense. Altogether, that I learned that from her, that she's also sharing. You may not all of you come out to say that maybe you treated your mom. Altogether. But you can share a different story. You get them from here or even from your personal clients you have worked on. And also create urgency. Create what? Create what? Now there's a lady who, this lady had just come to ask me the order to confirm it. She just called me when I was in cell training. Nangamba alikawempe. Aina joint pain. Nemugamba, tukola deliveries. Nemugamba era singa oliro de waliwo bye baleeta n'essaawa zino babitwala sayidi z'ematugga. Naye delivery asobola okuyitako nawe n'akuleetera. The truth is, teri order gyebadde batwala matugga. Naye olw'okuba mugambe waliwo bakola ki? Bye baleeta ssaawa zino babitwala ematugga. Naye sookola ne delivery nawe n'akola ki? N'akuyitako. Nagamba andeetere. Meka? 3,415. Create what? Don't sell as if you are on this world to stay for so long. You must have that sense of urgency. You need money there and then. Are you together? That's how it should be. I can make you think if you don't buy them today, you may die tonight. Mamoli yanga misma ina pressure tanso muletera okulumizibwa omuteneka munguluze. Ne mugamba eyo hypertension crisis. Enatera okuleta stroke. Osozuka kumachanga pati yo mubiri emute kyakola. Ne mubuza ola yo kumende wa stroke tomulabako na mulabako ne mugamba teyakubuulira naye we yasooka okuba bwati. You need to work on it so fast. Ana msawo ntidde kaningina kola ntya. Ogenda mireno neno bifunye ntya. Oli luddawa. Ndi wano mu kibuga. Waliwo bade bagenda deliveryinga era nga bida side zeeyo ekansanga naye delivery agenda yita mu town. Oba oli ready sobola omuweereza n'ebibyo n'abikuleetera otandikirawo doozi leero. The guy is like validate. Raj, you create urgency. You create what? You create what? Urgency. Because I can assure you, there is no one who owns the money. Asinga obongo yasulako nazo mu nsawo. Because the same money the client has. Okimanyi nawa school fees azaagala kusomera. Bw'atagula ddagala agenda ziwayo mu school fees. Nawa school fees head teacher oba maybe the director. Naye wakawunga agenda kujja azikole ki? Azikime yalesa akawunga ku ssomero. Nawa akawunga yalesa akawunga. Yamusupplies kasooli naye agenda kujja azikole ki? Azikime. Nawa kasooli gye yaguze maniwa ku container village. Gye yaguze ebijimusa bagenda kujja bazikole ki? bazikime. Aye nabo baddeyo mu katale bagule emmere waayo wakana bazze bazikoki bazikime. Kitegeeza asinga okulaga obwagazi, you need money urgently, is the one who's going to own the money that night. Era nange wenkeera ku makya nga nange bazinzijako ko nga bazimbi baŋŋamba saminti ku sayiti aweddewo nga n'ohema naye azikwatamu. N'ohema naye nga bamusappulayinze ebifumba seminti nga bazikima nabo bazikola ki bazikwatamu. Kati alaga nti yazeetaaga gye zikola ki gye ziraga. Kati gonadda obinyonyolanga alaga nti so bigula at any time. Are you together? You're going to take long to make the what? The money, because you don't create a sense of urgency. And we are training you to have a sense of urgency. You must also be sharp. You must be what? Sharp and creative. You don't look desperate. Because at once you look desperate, you're also going to lose the sale. I'm going to get back to you. I'm going to get back to you. No, you are looking also desperate. It's true for Musao. Again, the guy was looking desperate. Again, so another point is always ask for the sales confidently. Ask for the sale what? Confidently. Again, there are those who even record videos but they don't even make the sale happen. Video temulimu kwant ainamu sales whatever is asking for a sale. Jango tukufunire dagala osobole okubanga owona mangu. Are you getting me? That or maybe you just explain, you leave it there like that, then you walk away with the products. Someone has not even made an order. Even if someone is asking me to come and meet them, or they want to come here, I want to make sure they are coming with a sense that they are coming to pick the products. I will first explain. Then someone just come. So boy was okumalira obudde nga yala video yange najja netule dakiika 3 mala okumunnyonnyola n'angamba nze naayo obukebe nali manyi bwebiri nze n'emitwalo 6. Can you imagine? Matumaze dakiika 3 njogera. From that day I knew if you call me, even if you want to come tomorrow, I will first examine you. How long have you been in the disease? How the conditions you have, the symptoms. Then I tell you the medicine plus the prices. That when you are coming, you are aware of what we are selling. Are you together? Then maybe there is a client who called me last time. In the morning on Sunday, he called me. Very early, sharp. Hello, how are you? I'm okay, how are you? Yes, I've just seen your video. I have these conditions. Njagala super omega 3. Wameka 12. Nemugana naye okusinzira ku mbeerayo n'ebyonnyonnyodde togenda kukozesa omega 3 yekka. You are going to need ABCD. Mukola leero ne mugamba on Sunday, yes, we work, but we only do deliveries. So we don't work. She's a talking of leero. Has it ever happened to you? Someone calls you on Sunday, you tell them we didn't open today. They tell you to come on Monday or to deliver on Monday. You call them on Monday and they tell you I will get back to you. But on Sunday they were making the order. Has it ever happened to you? Yesterday, Mr. James asked a guy a question. He asked a guy a question that, are you a member of OQATA or you are a businessman? I waited for the answer. I think even that guy never understood the question. Nagam, I'm a member by mistake. Now I'm going, hey, if you're a member, then go and make calls and also record videos. But for us business people, we have stock. We have what? Stock. Tell a business person, they have their stock. They have their shops. They have a stock. I don't know how stock otamaze agenda kuyidiba kwongera ku stock netaba ko zero. So again, I learned that thing that there are a lot of sales we lose over the weekend when people are at home, they watch your videos, but they make the order when you don't have the products with you. So again, now I met the guy on Sunday. Yarantumye Super Omega ya mtwalo 10 n'emeka? Yameka? Memutuuka. I explained, I after meeting the person who was at Mulago, I asked him, where are you? He directed me to Nansa Naganda. Nemvuga nemutuukako, nemunyonyola. We ended the doors, all the products he had to use. He even had diabetes, but he had not told me diabetes on the phone. He had ulcers. He never mentioned ulcers on the phone. But since I was there with him, we explained the products he needed. Total 860,000 total. The guy was like, temunsalirako. Nemugamba ha. Tetera naye nga gwe ngejonyonyoda obulwadde bw'olina ngenda kugiramu omutwalo. Namuwa discount. Temugaba discount. Olaba ne Airtel esalako ne bagamba okola bwoti bakusalirako. Babawa ebitundu 5 ku 10. Si bwe kiri? Nemuwa discount ya mutwalo. N'angamba, waligyemu 6. Nemugamba, munnaye ezo z'oyagala tuggyemu naffe ze tufunako. N'angamba oliyimba so nga ofunako 6 n'ojja nga ovuga emmotoka eyo. Nemugamba tuguza bangi. And out of surprise, the guy asked me, should I deposit on your Airtel or MTN? Nemuga use MTN. N'anyigamu emitwalo 85 mobile money. Ku 85 ngeno balance yanaka amagoba ga mitwalo 3. It's a Sunday. I told him we work, but we only do deliveries. Netukomekereza nga aguze. If I did not get that stock on Saturday, because I normally get that stock on Saturday, so that in case someone calls me on Sunday, alete munkubira ku Sunday nemusaba stock, nange nfuna wange. I'm a business person. But again, there are even some of my downlines who call. Funira Super Omega, nemugati nze nange nfuna nkubira, mugambe tetukoze, I lose the profits. But again, you also have stock with you. Wokola amagoba abamu obuzibu tulina. Amagoba capital tuomero singa amagoba. So chi oli aya na aya ne capital. Once you make money, have a target that every week you are getting at least two products you are buying. Zikuberemu. How many products does the company have? How many? 13. You divide by 2. Wetaka week imekuwa kwa stock ya enomu ina. Yeah? How many? 6 weeks. Mwezi gumu kitundu. Adagala nobody kolachi. Orina. Aina wotunda. Manya magoba ago. Usegere. Nze wentuna na watu taka kamu. Manyi ka Super Omega nake 2 ngenda kukutana 2 kekange. Omwende 2 aba capital. Abachi? Capital. No muzao. You come on Monday, you order it. Nedao. No one capital buli kaseera. You see, even these clients who come here, you make research. All people who are making big volumes, they have their stock with them. Why? A client may come, ngaina alusa, nenga namagomba gamonu mate yabyogedde, naye olwokuba now agenda kubuuza ate neekolachi. Are you getting me? They also make that order. That's how you are going to make big sales and big volumes. Because of time, we shall go through very fast. Train, duplicate, and retain your what? Your team. Provide onboarding training for new members. Always those who are coming on board, yeah? You have training with them, you mentor them, you also encourage them, you give them the skills, create simple system for duplication. What system is your team is using? Maybe in case they are recording, in case they are inviting, in case they are posting, what system do you have for them? Recognize and reward performance. Last week on Saturday, we were recognizing. We rewarded people with clothing. We bought some clothes. We put in those gift bags. We rewarded people with jewelry. We were giving out necklaces, earrings, watches, and even we had a lot of pizza. That's what we are calling business people. Business what? Even if you have one downline, yes, they have moved some points. You have made some step from them. Find a creative way how you can also give to them. Are you together? You recognize them and also reward the performance. There were times when I was having only one person who was making sales. and I could give them a target. Once you remove these CVs, I bought them suits. I took them at the shop because yakulaba nti atamuza CVs weziti okoze profits weziti okoze stair-step board. I remember I gave a target to the team. Remember, whoever moves these CVs and sponsor these maybe 3 people, I gave them moving 500 CVs by that time before the system we are using was not there. I gave them a target of 500 CVs. Those are like 40 products you have bought, and also target of sponsoring 3 people a month. And Anananga Irat hit that target. I took her at a shop where they are selling suits. I told her to choose the suit she wanted, and I paid for it because she had hit the target. Let me assure you, within that season, that's why even people are brainstorming how they can get there. Are you together? Because of rewarding. Because of what? That even if I never had a lot, I had to sacrifice that 150. Are you together? Because before the team was making big volumes, I was not making a lot of money. But from that little you have, even if it means buying a sweet. Yeah? What I used to do, waliwo omukyala atula amaaso ga Calmax ngatunda bu sweet nganzikirirawo nga mugulako sweets za 200 nganzija. I tell them, you confirm 10, you win a gift. Now they work hard like crazy. They didn't know the gift that I'm giving out. After, they are like, I've confirmed the 10. I come, I give her like 5 sweets. If this other one, see this one has taken 5 sweets, I tell them, I have another bigger gift than this one. They confirm. Before you know it, as they are working for the gift, as they're working for the reward, they are gaining the experience, they are gaining the skill. Before you know it, by the next day, they can confirm 20 without any gift. Why? I was encouraging them and pushing them to do better. And that's why even the company is organizing a recognition. That recognition doesn't only encourage these ones who are good at performance, but even all of us here, every one of us has a winner and a loser. A winner and a what? A winner and a what? Or now winner and a loser inside you. How do you know that today you woke up with a loser? Botano kuzuka nga ozuka tewe ulira fiti, ozuka oli munyivu, onyigide nsi yonna buli kimu kikunyiiza, abakuyitako nekanoke yambaza bityo obusuuti. Ono kanonga kese sasesa. Nga buli kimu kikujjako waya. Just know you woke up with a what? A loser. Oli atoli bulungi, oli nga muladde, oli otoseka oli munyivu. You woke up with a what? A loser. But how do you know that you woke up with a winner? You wake up when you are energetic. You wake up when you are excited. You wake up when you are happy for everyone. Just know you woke up with a winner. Now, one day I attended my first event in network marketing. You know, all of us, we start like mediocres. When I reached at the event, I saw guys, you know, they may talk about cars. You only hear about a few of them. But on that day, I saw people who are driving cars in big numbers attending the event. They may talk about the